talk about the symptoms I experienced that led me to get my diagnosis of endometriosis. So the first one is painful periods. Now, when I say painful periods, I'm talking about some of the worst pain you've ever experienced in your entire life. I'm talking the type of pain that when you go from sitting to standing up, you have to grab onto something to help you. I'm talking the kind of pain that has you curled up in a ball on your bed for hours on end because you literally can't get up and do anything. Cramping a little bit on your period is normal, but this is not just cramping. This is being in so much pain that you literally can't move. You are also dealing with back pain, pain shooting down your legs, your entire pelvic area hurts, your breasts are super sore. Like, to put into perspective how much pain I was in, when I did finally get my hysterectomy, afterwards my doctor forgot to send over any pain meds, so I had to go like the first 2 to 3 days after surgery with no pain meds. I was just powering through, and it honestly wasn't that bad because the pain that I felt from surgery was pretty on par with the pain I felt with my cramps. So I was up walking around doing whatever. I mean, I was in pain for sure, but it was a pain I was familiar with. Now, I've never given birth, but I have heard from women that have given birth who do have endometriosis that endometriosis was worse. So yeah, basically just a lot of pain. The next symptom that I experienced quite a bit was fatigue. I could easily sleep 12 to 15 hours and still be tired when I got up. And I know people will often say, oh, well, you know, when you sleep that long, that's what makes you so tired. No, I was sleeping that much because the endometriosis was wearing my body down. There's a difference. I remember when COVID first happened, everybody that was getting it was saying that the fatigue they experienced was the worst fatigue they'd ever felt in their entire life. So when I finally got COVID and I finally got to experience this fatigue, I was like, this is literally the fatigue I experience with my endometriosis, which honestly, I feel like out of all of my symptoms, fatigue was the one that people had the hardest time believing. Like, they all just thought I was lazy. So that was always frustrating that nobody ever believed how tired I was. Side note, Maybelline, can you please bring this foundation back? You guys discontinued it a couple years ago, and this is my last tube, and I can't find any other foundation that works for my face. So help a girl out, bring it back, okay? It's what the people want. And by people, I mean me. Anyways, another symptom I would often experience was pain during ovulation. Actually, I'm ovulating right now. My boobs have been hurting so freaking bad for the last couple days, and I'm just like, what is going on? You are not getting a baby. Calm down. And because I already know people are going to ask, how am I ovulating when I had a hysterectomy? I still have one ovary, so I still ovulate. Now, my ovulation pain was nowhere near as bad as when I was actually on my period, but it was noticeable. Somebody that doesn't have endometriosis probably would be like, ow, this hurts. But to me, I was like, this is just the warm-up before we get to the death that's coming. I also would experience a lot of constipation before my period, and it would be so god awful. I would just have like an upset stomach for like the entire week leading up to my period, and it wouldn't go away until my period started. And this ties into my next symptom, which was probably the biggest symptom I experienced that made me realize something was wrong. And when I went to the doctor, they were like, oh yeah, that is definitely endometriosis, and that was pain during bowel movements. I'm talking excruciating, awful, awful, awful pain. I would start sweating so bad that I would rip my clothes off. I would be doing like deep breathing exercises. It was so painful. Ooh, I would be brave and try to contour. I never contour. I don't know how. So if this looks bad, don't judge too hard. But yeah, I would be fighting for my life on that toilet. Like, oh my god. And I would bleed out of my booty, if you know what I mean. But I would be in the bathroom for like an hour, guys, just trying to have a bowel movement. I didn't start experiencing that until I got into my late 20s, and I was like, this is not good. This is not something I should be experiencing. And that's when I really started looking into endometriosis more seriously, and I went to the doctor. So those are kind of the main symptoms that raised a lot of red flags for me. Now let's talk about some of the symptoms I didn't experience but are still pretty common. So another main symptom for endometriosis is infertility. Now, I never knew if I had that or not because your girl does not want kids, so she never tried to get pregnant. So I have no idea if I was infertile or not. But that is a super common symptom of endometriosis. Ooh, I just remembered another symptom that I dealt with for a long time, and that was heavy bleeding. I didn't bleed as excessively as I've seen other people say they've bled. Like, I've seen people say that they went through like pads every hour or something. I was not quite that bad, but I had a heavy flow. Of course, would also bloat, but I never got what's known as endobelly. It's basically where somebody with endometriosis is swelling and bloating so much they look like they're pregnant. I luckily never had that. I would bloat, but not to that extreme. My main symptoms were just a ton of pain, specifically in this region. Anyways, my makeup is done. Actually, I like how it came out. I'm the contour. What do you guys think? I was scared. First time doing it on camera. I don't know, tell me what you think. If you guys have any questions about endometriosis, leave them below and I will answer what I can. So you want to see my wigs? Okay, I actually just so happen to have one right next to me. This is the newest edition. Ooh, she's already kind of a mess. This is the expectation. This is the reality. I actually tried this on in another video not that long ago. I'll slap it on again real quick. Oh my God. Okay, I am a hairdresser, but you guys, I really don't know anything about wigs. So if you guys have tips, please let me know, because wig hair is a whole different ballgame than human hair, and I don't know how to handle wig hair. But here is wig number one. I'll have to think of a skit for her. She's a unique one, lots of colors, very pretty. Got her at Party City. Next up, we have this lavender wig. Now, I did use this one in a video not that long ago. It was where a 21-year-old went to get her hair done and her mom is paying for it, but she got something way out of her mom's budget. And when I posted this, I said lavender hair, and somebody was like, that's not lavender, it's lilac. Whatever. Let's put her on. It matches my makeup. Ooh, these all look good today. I think it's because I actually have my makeup done. Hey, don't look at my real hair. My mom bought me this one. I don't know where she got it. Maybe Amazon, I don't know, but yeah. So the rest of my wigs I actually all bought for a Halloween costume. So the first one, the one you guys have probably seen the most, is this beautiful blonde wig. Like I said, I do not know how to take care of wigs. So anybody that knows anything about wigs, please help your girl out. Like, these are cheap. They aren't high quality at all. So I can't have too high of expectations, but they definitely looked better when I first got them than versus now. Anyways, I bought this one because I wanted to be Princess Peach for Halloween a couple years ago, and I have since worn it in a handful of videos. For all my Claire family drama fans, you already know this is Robin Schmidt's wig. She's the only character in the whole series that wears a wig, and I just finished the series, so what am I gonna do now? So there she is. I personally think I look horrible as a blonde and that I should never do this color. It just washes me out completely, but it is fun just to have a wig because I do need blonde wigs quite a bit in videos. Next, we have my Jessica Rabbit wig. I bought this to be Jessica Rabbit a few years ago for Halloween, and it has definitely appeared in a handful of my videos since. I actually dressed up as Jessica Rabbit in a couple of my Halloween videos last year. So I love red hair. I love this one. It is super tangled though. I actually used to have hair this color too. Ooh. Now this last one, I actually don't know if I've ever worn it in a video, like a skit. This is when I dressed up as Hades this last October for the Mickey's Not So Scary party. Ooh, this wig has been through it. You see that? I wore this with me on Tron at Disney World. It's a beautiful color. I haven't worn it in any skits though, because I kind of forget that I have it, but look at it. I've always wanted to make my hair blue. Like a darker blue though. I saw a picture of a girl once when I was in beauty school with really pale skin and like a darker blue, and it was so pretty, and I've wanted to do it ever since, but haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, this is my Hades wig. It's been through it. She went on a roller coaster. Like, she went through it. Ooh, I forget how hot wigs make me. Ooh, let me yank that off. The last three that I just showed you, I all got those from Amazon. They will all be linked in my storefront, which you can find in my bio. But yeah, that's my wig collection. I don't have a whole lot. I need to get more, but I just get so dang hot when I wear wigs, so I don't wear them unless absolutely necessary. Like whenever I had to film Claire and I had to do Robin, so I was like, I'm gonna be sweating so much. But yeah, those are my wigs. Time for a sad boy update. So guess who slipped out of his cast yet again? This little rascal. And he did it in the most dramatic way ever. So just watch. I walked into the room, so he walked over to see me, and then he flipped upside down, picked it off, boom, there it goes. When that happened, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, I have a whole collection of cat casts at this point, which it's kind of weird that I still have these. I should throw these away. So yeah, I called the vet and I was like, guess what happened for the third time? And I had to drive my butt down there, but luckily they were like, he actually doesn't need a cast anymore, so we'll go cast free from this point. And I was like, thank God. And then a few days later they did x-rays just to check on how things were healing, and everything is healing great, which is good news. He's not fully out of the woods yet though, so that's why he's still in his little pen. But they do want him to start using his leg more, so they told me to let him out for, you know, short periods of time, to let him kind of walk around and stuff, but to make sure that he still isn't jumping or anything crazy like that. So we got to keep doing that for the next couple weeks. At the end of the month, he gets